Seems to be no respite for the residents living in the national capital. Delhi's air quality index has slumped to 342. The AQI in the national capital has been in the very poor category for 3 consecutive days now. Haze can be witnessed in several parts of the national capital. Anand Vihar and Jahangirpuri have remained the most polluted with AQI at 400, while Okla has witnessed an AQI of 328. Unfortunately, we see this happening year after year, and the situation currently is not because of Diwali firecrackers. It's not because of vehicular pollution. It's because of the aftermath of parali burning. Punjab has recorded 1,500 cases of parali burning this year itself. Let's quickly tell you about what the latest situation regarding parali burning is of course in the vicinity of the NCR, where the parali burning of course is taking place most. So this is of course a satellite map that you can see on the 25th of October 2024, where things stand right now. You can of course see dots of course across the country, but particularly in the north of India, these dots of course are there in large numbers. Also some of course in central India. If we can go to the next slide, please. Well, now you can see of course as it comes to the 23rd of October 2024, this is the situation. And if we talk of course about, well, we should have actually reversed this around because we should have gone of course from an earlier date to a later date. That would have been better, where of course our viewers would have seen then that the dots of course are getting thicker and thicker with each passing day. Now joining us live at this point is Dr. Ishwar Gilada, health expert. Dr. Gilada, welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today. How concerning is this development, sir? We are seeing day after day in Delhi, the AQI is just getting worse.
Good morning, Uday. I think this has become an annual ritual at this point of time, every time we are having this program. And nothing is improving. So we are always in dilemma. Sometimes we feel proud of our country. And when we see a headline that 22 out of 30 dirtiest and most polluted cities are in India, we feel ashamed. And I think everybody is responsible, particularly the policymakers and planners. They must plan very much in advance. It is not happening suddenly. They know that this is the season. They know that it is the harvest season. They know that there will be stubble burning, and still nothing is done. And it is mainly vote bank politics, because they know that they are only farmers, and if they go against farmers, they will lose their votes. I think they should be dealt with very, very high kind of iron hand. There cannot be, nobody can be spared. You can do anything for yourself. You can do something for your family, but you cannot be harmful to other people. And year after you are doing the same thing. And secondly, the government should buy stubborn. Government should plan in advance. They should send some kind of cutting machine and tell farmers that once your farm is out, once your harvest is out, we will cut your stubborn. We'll take this stubborn. We'll use that for our furnace or anything. Then you don't demand any money for that. So we'll bear the cost of cutting, and that should be done forthwith. I don't know why it is not done year after year. So I think the other day I had seen one video clip which says that out of 10 dirtiest countries in the world, India is at number 2. You feel ashamed. And on one hand, we are doing so much of development. I think we should not develop anything till we become a very clean place. Development is immaterial. Development is counterproductive. So I think we should look at the clean, healthy place, which is better than better than non-developed place. Over to you, Uday.
Yes, Dr. Gilada, also as far as of course now the issue of stubble burning is concerned, every year we see a political blame game over it. But what we're actually seeing is that, the incidents of stubble burning are rising daily. And no one is being able to stop it.
No, I think, Uday, when we know that there's a political bickering going on this, the Supreme Court stubble burning authority or stubble management authority, and which should function under court. It should not function under any government, because both the government keep on blaming on each other, and I think both are equally responsible. They have least regard for human beings. They have least regard for health of people. They have least regard for what is happening to the entire country's name. We are getting shame for the country. It's such a heinous thing to do that for any politician. So I think they should improvise on this.
Okay, Dr. Anil Arora, health expert, also joins us now on the broadcast. Dr. Arora, How concerning is the situation in the national capital becoming for you daily?
Good morning, Udayji. I think it is of paramount importance because the polluted air which you inhale on day-to-day basis does not only have an acute problem, but it has a long-term implication of damaging your lung once for all and even predisposing to develop tough cancer. As Dr. Kinara had already said that instead of having a blame game of putting the onus on one party versus other, we have to actively try to nip the problem in the blood. In fact, only today there has been a news report that there are 4 district areas in Haryana which have been the troubleshooter for increasing the stubble burning and adding to the pollution in the air. If we can to begin with address at least those issues, you will be able to bring down the AQI to a reasonable limit. This is an annual problem, which persistent problem of health leading to the injury not only to the lung but other vital organs of the body, which have long-term consequences. I think somewhere down the lane we have to introspect.
Absolutely. Dr. Arora, what precautions should people take, while of course stepping out of their houses given this situation in Delhi?
Yeah, I think the best thing at your own individual level is to use a mask. That is something especially when you are moving out at a time when the AQI is the worst, as well as when you are moving out to crowded places, including going in public places or using public transport or going in areas where there are a lot of parties and people hanging around. Always use a mask. On my own, even in a routine hospital practice, I prefer using a mask because that not only gives you protection from the polluted air, but also the various microorganisms, including various viruses, including influenza-like illnesses, which can give you a protective covering. So far as we are dependent on the government to give us a clean polluted air, which does not seem to be in sight soon, at our own individual level, I think we must use mask regularly. That is the least you can do to protect yourself.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Dr. Arora and Dr. Gilada, with your perspectives on this story.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.